Hello sim racers and welcome to a new Pitlanes sim racing video. Today we're in iRacing and we are checking out the brand new BMW M4 GT3. We're going to take it out for 3 laps around Sebring. We're going to check it out and give you our opinion of it. So let's hit the track. And let's kick off with the cockpit. And as you can see, it's really well detailed, perfectly laid out, crisp and clean. All the details are there. Your multi-function display, the now obligatory LCD rear view. And once we get round here, get on the straight, we'll have a little look around. Carbon fibre doors, safety netting. What have we got down? All kinds of things. Oh yeah. All the usual bits and bobs you would find in a racing cockpit. It's all been perfectly modelled and added in. Really helps add to the sense of immersion when you're racing in VR, which everybody knows is important to me. Yeah, so very nice. Got a nice sense of scale and size as well, because this isn't exactly a small car. Okay. Sounds, well, it's got a very similar noise to the GT4 version that was released in the last build. To me, that's not a bad thing. I quite like the sound of the BMWs as it is. And I think this one is a little louder, a little bit more raw. I'm using the X audio option in the sounds, which does add a little bit more range. The sounds are a bit more dynamic than the older sound systems and routines they used to use. It's well worth checking out in the options. But you've got the transmission whine, and when you come off the throttle, you've got the barbling in the exhaust, and it's quite pronounced, more so than the GT4 version, which I really like. I think it just adds to it. You get that real feeling of being sat in one of these cars, when you absorb with the detail of the cockpit, the sounds of the cars, the transmission. You hit a little bit of gravel, a bit of grass, you can hear it flicked up in the wheel arches and underneath. It's all just little touches that I think make all the difference. Right, next up, and the most important, how does it drive? Well, compared with the my normal ride in GT3s in iRacing, which is the AMG Mercedes, it does feel more lively. Feels a little bit more exciting to drive. I quite often found myself racing the Mercedes because although it was a little boring and bland, it was stable. But I feel like I got more confidence in this car. I can be more aggressive, attack a bit more, and although it does move around a bit more, it always feels progressive and controllable, and I seem to be able to bring it back. I don't know whether they've made any tyre tweaks in this new iRacing build, and the Mercedes may drive a little bit different now, but there's just something more satisfying about driving this car. You know, no GT3 cars are ever going to give you that raw seat of your pants experience, because that's not what they were designed for. You know, they've got plenty of downforce, plenty of electronic aids, so they are quite safe by their, by their very nature. But this one, I don't know, it feels a little bit more active. Yeah, I quite like it. I find the inputs I put through the wheel are definitely more responsive, definitely seems more nimble, and I really like that. Sort of inspires you, makes you want to push. I'm using this car with my Accuforce direct drive wheel, and I've got to say, as is always the case, I'm getting all the lumps, bumps and undulations coming back through the wheel. When I'm heavy-handed on the brakes, ABS cuts in, I'm getting the judder through the wheel. So I really know what the car is doing and why it's doing it. And it's got a bit of weight on that initial turn in, so you can feel the mass, you know, as you work against the inertia, and then it lightens off as you start to get the weight of the car moving about. It feels natural, it feels right. It really does make it so much more enjoyable to drive when you're getting a good level of communication back through the wheel. Well, I have to say, I'm very impressed. I have been looking forward to this BMW though. I really do like the look of this. It's a big, bold, brave look with that front grille and rather angular backlights. But it appeals to me, and I have been looking forward to this rather than the Hurricane, the GT3 car that came out in the build originally. You know, the first of the new GT3 cars that came out on build release day. We've had to wait a week for this one. I think it's worth it, and it's definitely going to be the car that I'm going to be racing in this season's VRS GT3 Series Championship on iRacing. Yeah, I like it. I'm going to be racing it, and I'm glad I bought it. Here we go. Right, I hope you liked our first take of this new BMW M4 GT3 car in iRacing. Let me know in the comments. Have you tried it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know. One way or the other, and the reasons. Be great. Find out what other people think. While you're down there, mash all the like, follow, notification. If you can find a button, press it. Really helps get this sim racing content out to as many eyeballs as possible. I love talking about sim racing and sharing it with others. So anything you can do to help me achieve that, really appreciate it. Right, I'm going to go and do a few more laps, play with the setup a little bit more, and I shall see you out on the track. In the meantime, remember, race hard, race fair. Bye bye.